Alright, today I'm testing my limits on this arm wrestling cupping exercise. The goal: to lift this 2-inch thick handle while keeping my wrist cupped the entire time. It's all about cupping and containment, two of the most critical strengths in arm wrestling. The challenge is simple: drag the handle back while maintaining a solid cup. If my wrist flops back at any point, it's game over. Let's see if I can break my record. I started with some lighter weights to get a feel of the movement and warm up my wrist and forearms. With a 2-inch handle, grip strength becomes a huge factor, and every pound feels a lot heavier than you'd think. The setup here makes this lift super tough. Not only do you have to control the weight, but keeping the wrist cupped adds a whole new level of difficulty. While I'm warming up for my max lift, let's talk about why cupping is such a crucial strength in arm wrestling. It's such an important tool as it lets you control your opponent's pronator, otherwise known as rotation, which then forces your opponent to be in a non-efficient and disadvantageous position, forcing them to use less muscle as compared to your access to more muscle. Top arm wrestlers like Devin Larratt and John Brzenk always emphasize controlling your opponent's hand. Without a strong cup, you lose connection to their fingers, making it nearly impossible to apply pressure effectively or execute other techniques like dragging or side pressure to effectively finish the match in most cases. So if you're training for arm wrestling, don't just focus on side pressure and biceps. Prioritize your wrist and hand. They're your connection to your opponent and your first line of defense. This lift isn't just about moving weight, it's about stimulating real match dynamics. As I'm warming up here, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the world record for the largest handspan belongs to Sultan Kozen? Hopefully I pronounced that right. The tallest man in the world. His hands span a whopping 12 inches from thumb to pinky. Imagine trying to arm wrestle someone with hands that size. Grip strength alone would be insane. This is my first attempt at 100 pounds with my right hand, and there it is. The cup gave up halfway through. I knew going into this my right is a lot weaker when it comes to cupping and containment. It's frustrating, but honestly not surprising. My right hand has always lagged behind on these type of lifts. It's something I'll need to work on if I want to level up my arm wrestling game. After failing at 100 pounds, I went back to analyze what went wrong. I think I rushed the setup a bit and didn't focus enough on engaging my forearm before starting the pull. Cupping is all about precision. If you lose focus for even a second, the lift is over. This really highlights how important it is to train your weaknesses. It's easy to avoid movements where you struggle, but those are the ones that make the biggest difference in the long run. For comparison, my left hand is much stronger on this lift. You can see here how it folds the cup solidly, even under heavier loads. It's a reminder that balance is key in arm wrestling. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of this video.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun.